Hello, I'm Crickets, and welcome back to I Have a Story. Let me ask you something. I've been sharing more and more about my medical conditions now. As you can see, a lot to talk about in my life. So now that I'm opening up my medical conditions to you, I did see a urologist 2.5 years ago now, roughly. And when I went in to see her, I see a lot of doctors. It's normal. They walk in where the sink is in the open counter space. They put down their laptop and their paperwork, and they sit or stand there. Common sense, right? Need a place to put their stuff. Well, again, not even just having severe anxiety disorder, but just overall common sense, period. All right, follow along. So I went in to see a urologist, and this woman was young and Asian descent of some sort. When I walked in there, and this is, I had to ride in a car for 45 minutes and go 45 minutes away to see her visit, which sitting in a car kills me. It kills me. I can't do it anymore. I couldn't even do it. Told my attorney I couldn't do it, but he told me I better find a way in my divorce. This is completely wrong. I couldn't even sit in his office, and his office is right down the road from where her office is to this doctor's appointment. So I walk in, and she sets her stuff down on the countertop like normal and sits down, and she says, "Have a seat." I tell her I can't sit down right now. I'm having pain and I'm having cramps, and I can't sit down right now. "Well, I need you to sit down." "Ma'am, I can't. I cannot sit down right now. I'm in too much pain and I'm having too many problems, and I just had to sit in a car for 45 minutes up here. I can't sit down." And she started having a panic attack. "Well, if I trade you seats, will you be able to sit over here?" Well, yeah, common sense says that I could sit in your stool that looks exactly like the stool, the same exact stool. I can switch and sit in that one and not this one, and you can come in here over here and just hover your paperwork and computer. Does that make any sense? I told her, I said, "I'm having severe medical problems right now. I cannot sit down. I need to stand." She couldn't continue with the... She had a panic attack. "Well, I can't do this if you're standing over me like this, and I'm not standing over you. I'm standing 5, 6, 8 feet away. Where do you want me to stand in the room? I just can't be underneath the light with any reflection in my eyes, and I can't sit down right now. This should not take oh my God, this should not take precedence of my doctor's appointment when I'm peeing blood." It took me, like a year just to get in to see her. A year. Peeing blood. Been peeing blood since 2017. And then I peed blood in her office, and she said, "Oh my God, we need to do something about this." But then I honestly fell off the toilet having chest pains. Shortly after that at home, obviously. I fell off the toilet having chest pains and called my doctor. I laid on the ground for I don't know how long. I couldn't get up and I couldn't breathe. Having my own panic attacks because of, you see now, look, just over the past 2 weeks of what I've aired, what my life has been like just over the past 4.5 years. And prior into... I'm just so fed up. I need help, and our systems are completely non-existent. I don't even call them failures. Our systems are not broken. They are nothing. How can us... And then I'm supposed to think that this woman has enough common sense to be able to come up with treatment for... We found that day in her office, we found 2 lumps on my bladder, one on the front and one on the left side of it. "Might be cancer. We need to get you tested right away." Well, I didn't want to wait a year for another doctor. But after I fell off the toilet having chest pains, and then I called my doctor, the urologist said, "Well, we can't do any testing or do anything with you until you get cleared by a cardiovascular specialist." Which that turned into a complete joke too. And then a year and a half later, after that, still no scheduled for a test yet. A year and a half later. But yet I'm supposed to expect this woman to be able to be competent enough to not only make proper decisions on how to treat me in a severe condition if I ever get any treatment or testing. I'm supposed to expect her not to have a panic attack during surgery when she has to cut me open with a scalpel. I'm supposed to expect her to sit there and have a steady hand and not cut something she's not supposed to. What happens if somebody farts in the surgical room? Is she gonna have a panic attack? What if somebody sneezes, burps, coughs? I mean, what's gonna set her off? Would you trust somebody like that? How about this one? My doctor, which, oh God, that was the first spine surgeon they sent me to. I was in his office to see him for the first time, my first visit with him. And the whole office heard him at the top of his lungs screaming and cussing and throwing papers, and I got up and said, nope, nope, is that my doctor? And they said, yep. I'm like, nope, bye-bye, bye-bye, he ain't cutting me open. This is in my medical report with my primary care physician. I called her right back up, get me somebody else. And she asked me what happened. I told her, I'm like, no, I'm not having somebody who can't control themselves. Obviously, this guy needs anger management. I mean, it woke the whole office up. Every patient was, whoa, who's getting ready to storm out of that room? And he was on the phone. I don't know who he was talking to. Turned out he was on a phone call. No, no, that's not. No, what is this? How are these people not able to have common sense, not able to have personal control? But yet they're surgeons with scalpels and proper decision making on your health, whether you live or die, or again, a year and a half later, whether you ever even get any sort of treatment. So I'll ask you, would you trust a surgeon with a scalpel who's got severe anxiety disorder and severe anger management problems? Part of why I've still not gotten any treatment.